Hello everyone, this is Lisa with Grace and Old Paper. I'm going to do another video in the little baby journal that I'm working on. So what I did this last time, and by the way, before I start, y'all please don't pay any attention to my fingernails because I have been doing a lot of organizing and housework stuff and cleaning, and I've kind of ruined my nails and I don't want to take the time to paint them right now, so before I do this video. So y'all just forgive me for that. Normally they look better. But anyway, what I did since we've been on break between videos here is I made a ribbon closure and I did the end papers in the center. Is this whole thing perfect and the way I would like it to be? No. But it's okay. It's okay. You'll notice that I don't like firmly adhere. Some places it is, but I try to leave it to where there's a bit of give in some of this. Almost acts like a hinge, so it adds a little bit of movement, but it still works good because I like it to be able to open up as flat as I can, just for ease of use in a journal. So I did adhere these in there, and they're adhered in really well. They actually go behind the end papers about this far, and they're firmly glued in. The papers are firmly glued in. I backed them with a little bit of cardstock I had to make it to where you couldn't feel the seams or the edges of the fabric and everything. So that is all in there really, really well. I used this type ribbon. If you can see, it's not a satiny ribbon, so it's more, I don't know, it's not as feminine, I guess it would be, as a like a satin ribbon would be. But I really like it. I really like it. I'm still not happy with the cover, but it is what it is. I really was when I sewed this on. Number one, the fabric was printed slightly askew, and I didn't realize that. But when I sewed it on, I was really paying attention to this line. I wanted to make sure it wasn't crooked, but I didn't make sure that I kind of tugged it down to make it be straight across here. So it is what it is. Adds a little imperfection, so you know it's not machine made. So it is what it is. So now I've finally am happy with all my pages in the journal that I have set up to do the journal, but I need to do a little bit of stuff before I sew the journals, sew the signatures in, because there's certain things that it's really not good to do afterwards. I know there is let me see what signature it's in. I think it's the last one. Let me see. The last signature. There was a small scrapbook piece in here, and I thought about, I like to every once in a while put tissue paper onto some of these pages, and you really need to do it before you before you sew the signatures in, because it's really difficult to do it when it's all sewed in. So I have this real powdery blue tissue paper that I'm thinking might be pretty good in here. Let me get a single piece of it. I didn't have any napkins that I wanted to use. Most of mine are like very much florally and feminine. Sorry about the noise. Now let me see how this, I have not tested this prior, so I have no idea how this blue is going to look. You know, the blue looks really blue when it's all together. I actually kind of like that. Yeah, I'm good with that. It's a very pale blue. Tissue paper is very noisy. So all I do, let me get a workbook. I'm in the process of reorganizing my craft room, So I have mess everywhere. And I do mean everywhere. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to do 1/2 of this at a time, because if I try to do the whole thing, I'm liable to mess it up. I mean, wouldn't be the end of the world to have more of this paper. It's not sewed in, so, you know, I could redo it. Nice thing about this is I don't have to pay attention to a direction, because there's no pattern on it. And you notice there's wrinkles in it, but most of it just comes right out when you adhere it on here. So now I will fold it back and do the other side. And it's okay if it leaves just a little bit in the center unglued, because I'm sewing it in anyway. The key thing is to make sure you get it all over your paper. Okay. You just kind of roll it down. It's a really simple way to add some color to, you know, the back of scrapbook paper that is just typically white. Another main thing to do is make sure you get the edges and the corners adhered, because that is what we'll use the most wear. Okay. Let me close my glue up so I don't dry it out. And I'm just simply going to use some scissors. Oh, I do apologize for the crinkly noise. I'll do this first so that I'm not fighting with this whole big piece of paper. Okay. Much better. I have seen different methods of doing this. I have seen people cut it, like I'm doing, very terribly. I have also seen people use like a nail file and file it off, and that actually will work too. And if I end up with any bits hanging over, that may be what I do here. A little bit sticky. And I kind of like how it ends up. I don't know if you can see. It ends up with some texture, a little wrinkly look to it. I actually kind of like that, because it reminds me of old parchment or something. Wrong color, but you know what I mean. I don't know what I've got stuck to my scissors there. Well, I have shaky hands today. Okay, so I like that. So that is going to go in here. And it just kind of goes with the theme of the book too, to me. I'm really loving the little baby blues. You know what, one thing I need to do that I didn't think about. Use my bone folder on it again to really enforce that fold much better. Okay. So I did that. So Seems like there was something else I wanted to do to some of these pages. There was one of these that, oh, it's this one. This one has, I adhered this to extend this page, but on the back, you see it leaves part of the book page. So I need to do something with that. And I've picked out several things. So I've got to decide between them. You know, and then, like I said, my room is such a mess. Here we go. Okay, so this is some of my choices, and my brain just can't figure out what I want to do half the time, so I have to really think about it. So there's that, and this is also a two-sided paper, so it would make it that. You know, and I could also make this a pocket if I wanted to. So I have that choice. I have another piece of this book. Really, really cute. This is the Fern Hollow book series. That's really pretty. Also have this little fussy cut I did out of, is actually this came out of the book that the end papers came out of. I just thought that was so, so cute. Okay, I think I definitely like that better than this, because I've used a lot of Fern Hollow in the book. I could also make a kind of a side tuck out of this material if I wanted to do that. I'd have to, I would sew that on. I see the 3 section works pretty good there, but I don't think I like it in conjunction with that. I also had another option. I found this in a book I had, children's book, and I thought that fit on there pretty well. I think I'm gonna put this one away, and I think my choices are between this and that. Now, I really, 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 really love the look of this. But I think this goes with the overall theme of the book. It's got the blues, it's got the yellows, it's got the little babies, and it's vintage looking. Maybe I could use this on another page somewhere. Or this. Oh gosh, which one? I'm gonna go with the babies. I'm gonna save this, and I may use this as an embellishment on another page, since it is cut to fit the size. Now, do I want to make this a pocket? I don't think so, because this lady, she scrapbooks a lot, and scrapbooking is different than, you know, journaling. And I also know that side tucks, you have a harder time holding the stuff in there. And you can make it pretty tight. Now I'm second guessing again. See, this is my problem. I have a bit of a brain that doesn't make decisions well. I can't tell you how long it's taken me to decide on the papers. Let's see. So my question now is to make it a pocket or not. I'm gonna say yes, I will. If she doesn't want it to be a pocket, she can just slide a little glue under there and it'll be fine. How about that? Haha. Okay, so I do want to put a little bit. I haven't really done much inking, if any at all, in here, but I think I'm gonna do just a little bit on that edge. Just a tish. Just a little smidge. Kind of adds to the aged look of it. Yeah, I like that. Not a whole lot. Just a little touch. Oh, see, yeah. I like that. Yes. Okay. So this is going to be the opening. Love my art glitter glue. I was talking to my daughter yesterday while I was doing something else with art glitter glue, and I left my lid off too long. So now it's kind of being stubborn. Get it going again. There we go. I am not one of those that can run this pretty straight line of glue. My lines are a little squiggly. Oh well. Okay. Nice. Lid's back on the glue. Okay. All right, so that fixed that edge. And it's a usable pocket. I like that. It looks good. All right, seems like I had, let me see if there was anything else. 1, 2. Good thing I put numbers on these or I'd lose it. I've been debating, I left, you know, I like the edges a little irregular. I don't want them all to come out perfectly even. So some of these, like this signature, that comes out the same. So this one's a little shorter, and I'm okay with that, I think. It's not a whole lot. I like that. This one's really short. Let me think on that one. That one's same. That one's pretty close. And that one's the same. This one's the questionable one. So I have to decide. I love that, if you're happy and you know it. I have to decide because when I get back here, see, it doesn't stick out very far. So I could add something pretty onto the edge. You know, another piece of paper or something. What does the back of this one look like? Green. And this is number 3, so 4 is blue. So let me see what I have extra sitting around here. So I either need to use a piece of scrapbook paper. So it would be the white. Yeah, let me look and see what I've got left here. Maybe something that I haven't used. Or was wanting to use, because I have a lot of that. Yeah, I have this, but I would want to turn it that way. This would be a good pocket somewhere on the inside. I love this paper. Love, love, love it. I think I got it at Michael's recently. Pretty sure. I've got so many scraps. I got this. I'm not sure if that's actually part of the design or if something is on it, but I do like this. And I don't need a whole lot. So, see, it's got a smudgy look to it, which is really cool. Kind of worn. So how would that be? Okay, now actually, do I want to put anything on it? Because it would actually look like this in the book. I don't know if you can see that, if I can get it over here. So when when you're down to this part, it would actually look like that. You know what would be cute? Nope, it would not. Changed my mind on that real quick, didn't I? I don't think I have anything else I wanted to use. If this was longer, I could add it on as a flip out, but it is not tall enough, this page. Really love this, and I am going to add it in somewhere because it's just adorable. Let's see here. See if I have anything else. I've got all my stuff for this in this one big tub. Nope. Well, okay. You know what? I guess I'll just leave it. Because when you look at it and you're flipping through the book, that actually is what you'll see. May just add some like ribbon to that. I could do that. Am I off the page? No, I'm still on camera. All right. Hang on one second. I'm going to disappear while I look through my stash, and I'll be right back. Okay, I decided to go with this. I've liked this paper since the beginning. I haven't used any in this journal, and I like that it's going to add me a little on to the page. So I am going to adhere this on here. And I'm not going to make it a tuck or a pocket. I am going to simply adhere it on. So I'm going to go down this edge of this one. And down this edge of this one. Again, with the squiggly lines. It's okay, as long as it gets adhered, right? Make sure I don't stick it to anything else. There we go. So now it adds just a bit on, and look at that, it's crooked. So let me try to fix that real quick before this totally sticks. There. And what I'll end up doing is adding some kind of ribbon or washi, something up through there. So now that adds just a little bit of length on, which I'm happy about. And I can add some detail there. Why do I feel like that's still crooked? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think the only other thing I need to decide is whether I'm going to do any sewing in this. Because if I'm going to do, there's certain types of sewing, if I'm going to do any of it, I need to do it now. And I need to decide if this journal is calling for sewing, if you know what I mean. I'm not really adding any laces on. Let's see this, unless I just wanted to add some embellishment. I wouldn't put any here because I wouldn't want to interfere with that. Yeah. I'm thinking no. Now watch me get off of here and change my mind. because I do that. You know, this might be... Nope, he was turned the wrong way. I was fixing to say my little fellow that I had cut out. Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking no sewing. I think this is going to be a no-sew journal. If I change my mind, I'll let you know. Alright, I think because my nerves are a little frayed today, like I said, I've been doing so much stuff that I'm kind of need to get back on it and take care of some of the mess that's around me. My craft room is a horrible mess. I've started going through my cabinets and my shelves and all this kind of stuff, and, you know, purging a few things and trying to reorganize and get it in better condition, more usable. I'm feeling spring. It's not spring. This is only February, but I'm feeling spring. Need to spring clean. So I live in the South. Our winters don't last long. It's already, I think, some days this week it's been up in the 60s, so it's been really nice. So I think I'm gonna go for now. And when I come back next, that was one thing I was gonna do. I have got, because I did this style journal for my daughter for Christmas, for her Christmas journal. I have still got the template I used for the holes. That's what I was going to do. Yeah. And this will work for this journal as well. So what I'm going to do is get this prepped and ready. Get some binder clips. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, and I just eyeball this. I'm going to get this centered up and down as well as side to side as best I can. If it is not perfect, it is okay. Okay, so now that's in there. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to find my tools, is what I'm going to do. If you hear anything fall, it's because it is a mess in here. Case in point. All right. So all I'm going to do to start with, I use this thing. Found this at the thrift store a long time ago. And let me tell you, it works great for punching holes in things. Okay, so you just want to make sure this does not move. And I'm simply going to go in. Now you have to use a little bit more force because you're going through. Remember, I reinforced the spine with extra cardboard, so I have to really put some force behind it to make sure it goes through and goes through the fabric as well. But that's where this foam board really comes in handy. I've also seen people use the foam kneeling pads you use in gardening. Those work really well too. Let's see, something's getting off whack here. Okay. I'm holding it still, even though it's buckling here. I've been holding it still, so it's only pulling it from up there, which is okay because I've already done that. Okay. So now we just take that off. And I've got my holes punched, if you can see them. 3 rows. And I'm not sure if you can see it on the back. Yeah, you can see it. So that is ready to go. Got that part done, and then all I simply do, first of all, I've got to, let me move this thing. I take, what do I do with them? Here they are. Take these things, giant paper clips, and I just make sure the pages are arranged the way I want them to in each signature. Like you can see, this one is a smidge smaller than the external page, so I kind of want it in the center. Or do I? Let's see how it looks if I pull it all the way down. Yeah, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? I'm okay with that. It shows a little around it. This one, do I want it in the center or do I want it? I think I like it like this, because if you decide to, you can put glue here and turn it into a pocket, or here and turn it into a pocket this way and here. So I think I'm gonna leave that way. And this I definitely want in the center. And then this, I forgot I have not opened. So I'm gonna have to go steam this open. So I will steam it open, and then I will lay it in here, right in the center, and then I will be able to sew it in, and then I will close it back up later. Forgot that. So what I do then is I just clip everything together, and then I can punch my holes. So that will be our next task. So in the meantime, I'm going to go steam this open, and so that I can sew this in properly. So for now, we're going to go, and when I come back, I should have that ready, and I should have my signatures ready to be sewn in, and then the next one we can sew it together, which is also a nerve-wracking thing. You get used to it, but it works. I will have to also figure out what thread I'm going to use. I will probably use wax linen thread, but I will look through my stash of embroidery threads as well, just to see if there's something I want to use. So for now, I'm going to go, and so may God bless you and keep you safe.